everyone, I'm Fizzy, this is my kitchen, so let's make something. So it's Easter weekend! What do I do? When I think Easter, I think chocolate, I think indulgent. So today I'm going to be making cupcakes with a chocolate cream cheese frosting and little balls filled with caramel to decorate. Let's go.
Okay, first we're going to make our caramel. Now the easiest way I know how to do this is you put a can of sweetened condensed milk into a simmering pan of water and you let it simmer between 3 to 8 hours, depending on how dark you want the caramel. Make sure you put at least one hole in the top because otherwise it can explode on you and you don't want that. Once it's been simmering for as long as you want it to, you're going to open it up while it's still hot, be careful. Pour it into a bowl and mix it. This will help combine all the layers. As you'll see, the bottom is more caramelized than the top. So you just want to keep whisking it until you get a nice smooth caramel. Set it aside to cool and firm up a little in the fridge. Okay, so now we're going to make the chocolate shells. Here I am just melting my dark chocolate. I'm melting it very slowly so that I don't have to temper it. So these are actually mini cake pop molds. I'm putting a little vegetable oil on them, and this is so I can put in some food safe glitter. Here I've got pink and blue. Okay, now I'm going to take my chocolate, put a little into each of them, and just very carefully spread it so it's just touching the sides. So I end up with a little cup. And I do that for each one on this side of the mold. Now for this half of the mold, because it has a hole in the bottom, I've put it on some greaseproof paper. I'm just going to completely fill these with chocolate, and then when they're half set, I'm going to hollow them out. and just set those aside until they're nice and set. Now I'm going to pop them all out very carefully so I don't crack them, and they kind of look like planets, I think. So here I'm bringing my caramel back. And I'm just filling each one. As you can see, there is an awful lot of caramel. So that amount of caramel will make a lot of sweets, or just have it on toast. Once all of your halves are nice and full, I've got a pan of boiling water off the side that I'm dipping my palette knife in to get it nice and hot. Then drying it so I don't get any water on my chocolate, and using that just to melt the edges of one of the halves so I can stick them together. And I reheat the palette knife for each chocolate. And I just do this for all of them, and then we have little chocolates. Now let's make the cupcakes. Here I'm creaming together my butter and sugar. Now I'm going to add in my vanilla extract and 1 egg. And I'm going to beat this all together until it's nice and smooth. And then in goes my flour and combine that all together. And once you've done that, you're going to want to evenly distribute your batter into 6 cupcake cases. Now onto my frosting. I've got softened unsalted butter here, and I'm just whipping in my caster sugar and get that as light as you possibly can. I'm going to add in my vanilla extract and cream cheese. And you're going to need to whip that a lot. This would be an awful lot easier if you had an electric mixer. If not, just prepare for a workout. Now I've got some nice melted chocolate that I'm going to whip into it as well. Okay, now whatever you do, don't forget that your cupcakes are in the oven and let them burn. This is a really bad idea. But I'm going to decorate them anyway. So I had so much caramel left over that I decided to hide the burntness of them with the caramel before adding on our cream cheese frosting and then one of the chocolate balls on top of each one. And then it's done. burnt cupcakes with chocolate cream cheese frosting and our caramel chocolate balls on top as decoration.
So here it is. Not a complete success. If you were to do this, don't burn the cupcakes. But I'm still gonna taste it. Still gonna have a go. Right, let's do this. It's not that bad. The cake itself is a little dry because it's burnt. But the caramel frosting, spot on. Now, let's try this. So good. You get that dark chocolate, the slight bitterness from it, and then you get all that caramel which explodes in your mouth. Oh, well, I've got some burnt cupcakes to pass off. In the meantime, check out my other videos, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time.